Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-finals here in the ASTRO circuit, Season 5, Midweek number 2. This matchup will see Team Storm taking on Origin. We're on board with Domination Sovereign up first. I'm Myksta, and for the first time tonight, joined by Lachdog. Lachdog, how's it going?
Not too bad, and a good match up here, I reckon. With Team Storm, it'll be interesting to see what they can pull out after their win at Sydney, and looking to continue on their dominance really after that event. So we'll see what they can do here. We'll jump on board with Yelza. No, maybe he'll go down. We'll jump on board with Luke. Maybe try and pick up a couple of kills here. They're going to secure B. They've got A and B control early, and that's all you need to do. If you get the early control, then you put yourself in a good spot to get an advantage early on in the map.
Yeah, but, you know, we're still sticking on board with him over on this B side because two players actually trying to push on up. One's going to be climbing up through the ladder. He needs to look to his left, but no, he will get taken. That would be Luke who gets dropped, but Yells will pick up that kill. And you're going to be seeing them now just try to hold that 2-flag advantage because they don't need to go for the C flag. I mean, it's purely optional. But Varenton, he's really looking like he wants to with a couple of players actually poking around the corner. They will take him down. You see Yells now pushing up through tracks as well. He's going to actually push back to wait for that player. Whoever he killed, Phobia was actually expecting him to come out through the lane there, and it just wasn't meant to be. But you see them actually, they lost the B flag. Now they're getting it back. They've still got the A flag under their control, and they're just pushing aggressively, forcing the team of Origin to really just stay back at their spawn. Yeah,
they are, and just the slaying power there. Swifty and Yelza now going 5-3. Luke's picked up his game with a couple of kills. He's got 2 caps to his name, and Varen's on there. He's got 3 caps, just doing all the OBJ work. So beautiful work by the Storm team all around at the moment. They've got that 11-point lead, continuing to put pressure on the other team, and just there we go. They're trying to capture this C flag. They're getting the neutralized. And there we go, Swifty pick up a kill. Won't be able to get the neutralized, but just the amount of pressure they're putting on those spawns are just really making the other team struggle.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, Swifty, he will get dropped. Even though there's only one player left up for Team Storm at the moment, being Luke, they're still just convinced that they just need to push on forward, getting these kills, and I mean, they lost the A flag for a moment. You see it being neutralized, but Swifty's instantly back there. Even Luke was providing a little bit of cover fire across the map to try and get that secured, and you look at the scoreline, 46 points to 29, just because of the fact that they haven't been able to actually push on forward to the B flag. Even though they're on it now, you see that their player instantly dies, they're going to get that double cap, and it's as if it never happened.
Yeah, anytime they try and push onto B, they get shut down and they end up one player trying to capture it. And it just takes too long. The team of Storm, they just come in and shut them down way too easily. Storm had 2 caps to 0 at one point there, but Origin able to pick up their C flag and just keep themselves in this one. But at the moment, as we said, they're just getting smashed. They got three players down a lot of the time. And then the last player up, they try to push onto B, and they're just not able to at the moment. As we jump on board with them, we'll jump on board with Phobia, see what he can do, pushing up this green side, but he'll get taken down. Pixel now trying to push towards mid, he'll get taken down, and there we go, 4 down. Storm just dominating on the kills front. Look at that. Renzon, he's 9-8, but he's got 4 captures. 13-6 from Swifty, 10-8 from Yelza, and 11-5 from Luke. Luke was 0-2 at the start, so he has really stepped up.
Yeah, I think all the players from Team Storm here, of course, just showing what they're really made of here, especially starting off with Domination Sovereign, 77 points to 42, 60 seconds remaining in the half, and of course, the winner of this match takes on, I mean, the other half's still a little bit delayed, but you got a possibility of being Curse, or Marina, or Mega, and I mean, there's still plenty of time for those teams to catch back up as well. So this is the semi-finals. This is still a best of 3, but the winner goes on to the grand final to at least play a best of 5. Then the loser has to play a 3rd place match, but it's still only map number 1, and it's 86 points to 50, leading by 36. On board with Yells at the moment as Luke and Swifty are all over on that C flag. He will take down one before he gets dropped, and you see Varenton now trying to push on down, unfortunately climbing over the cover there and leaving himself exposed to get shot out. But 20 seconds to remain in the half. If you're one of the players from Origin, I mean, you're going, one of your players is going sort of neutral.
Oh.
12 and 12. You actually see a nice double kill from there from Luke as he tries to make the third one. Can he pick up that kill? Yes, he can.
Oh.
And he was just getting the pre-shots off. And funnily enough, the pre-shots that he actually got on through the wall, he would have been spot on if there wasn't a wall there.
Yeah, he was just waiting for me. He knew exactly where it was, and that is just some supreme gun skill there by Luke, out shooting anyone that comes near him, and Varenzon picking up that final kill. But as we said, just look at the slaying power of Team Storm. 16-8, 16-11, 13-11 from Luke, Swifty, and Yells. Varenzon, he's 12 and 13, so he's actually in the negative, but 5 caps. He is just doing all the OBJ work for him. And 89 to 62, the score is 25 points, and to be honest, I thought it could have been more.
I was trying to ask this question at the end of the first half, but then Luke got that triple. If you're one of the players from Origin, you're down by a fair few points, and the second half has obviously already started. But what do you need to do to sort of come back in this one against a team like Storm?
You just need to work out where to sit, where you can get the kills on them. Because at the moment, the team of Storm, they're just pushing up onto Origin spawn, just shutting them down. And you can't let a team dominate you like that. You've got to work out where they're going to sit to try and put that pressure on. And then you've got to throw nades, or you've just got to concuss that area, try and push them back, and at least get some control of your half of the map. Because everyone talks about mid control, but if you don't have control of your half of the map, you're never going to get control of any other part of it. And Storm, look at this. Luca just getting a massive double kill there. He'll get team killed by Yelza, who was trying to help him out there. Doesn't ends up getting the team kill. But yeah, Storm just dominating still.
I want to jump on board with Phobia right here. His teammate got dropped. He's going to get dropped as well. And I mean, you see all of these contention points that are just colliding over on that C side. You got Pixel.
Oh my!
He tried to rotate back. He couldn't get those shots.
No, Luke, though, you just can't outshoot him at the moment. He is dominating everyone. Look at that. That is just freakish gun skill there from him, and all 4 players down from Origin. And yet again, the score not as much as it could be. Only 13 points in it. And to be honest, Origin, they have a chance of coming back. But as I said, they need to, if you look at where Storm's sitting, they're pretty standard spots, and Origin just need to realise that's where they're sitting, get the concussions out, and just try and push out of your spawn. But Phobia has made a nice push, nice rotation. He's going to get the split cap because no one from Storm is anywhere near him to contest him.
Yeah, and I mean, getting that C cap, getting that A cap is definitely crucial for them at this stage. Because, as you mentioned, it's not as high a score limit as these kills are really reflecting. I mean, you see 25 kills for Luke, 22 for Swifty, 19 for Yells, and 16 for Varenza. And you look at comparison, 19, 16, 14, 11. The kills just aren't there for the Origin team, but they've gotten these caps in for themselves as well. I mean, they're obviously a couple of less caps down, but the overall points isn't that far behind. It is only 20 points of difference. So with 2 minutes remaining, it is possible to catch back up at this stage. They just need to remain control of this 2 flag, as you see them currently doing.
Yeah, that's right. The one thing they have been doing is holding their home flag for the entire time. They've never let it be contested. And that's what you need to do when you're behind. And oh my god, what a triple kill. And the 4 down. And that is a perfect example of what you need to do. Now they can push up on Storm spawn. They can shut them down doing the same thing. Pixel will get dropped. But Primitive skip, he'll pick up a double kill. And hopefully the Origin boys, they can make a game out of this one. It's only 13 points of difference, a minute 34 left to go, so heaps of time for him to do this. And we'll jump on board. Phobia pushing up. He sees 1, sees 2. We'll pick up both. And Storm at the moment, they're just struggling to get out of their spawn, and it's not something you see out of Team Storm very often. Especially
when it's about to just be all or nothing at this stage. I mean, the scoreline is 136 to 129. They're not getting any points at the moment, but I think the team of Origin just pushed on for it a little bit too much because you saw them all get wiped out at that stage. And right here, they're pushing on over onto this baseline. They're dropping players at the same time, though Swifty needs to go huge here. He gets 1. His teammates pick off the 2nd, so he saved him from having to do that huge play there that I mentioned, and you see them instantly. 1 player drops, the 2nd player just instantly turns around, picks up that kill that they needed to. B flag is under their control, going up the ladder once again, and You have Lorenzo there with the nade to be able to take down the other. So all they need to do is just hold this for a little bit longer. But you see that they're really not, because they're losing their C flag. He's up about to deal with 2. He gets 1. Player's about to go through the back, but it doesn't matter because he's got to get the neutralization on the flag. So right now, Team Storm are still in that tricky spot, but they've only got 1 flag here, and all it takes for them to hold that 2 flag advantage, which is what they seemingly like to be doing to take this win, and it's going to go down to the wire because Team Storm have now once again got back the C flag for the 3rd time in a row.
Yeah, Phobia, he needs to pick up a kill, or no, he's just going to push in, but he'll get taken down, and yeah, as you said, they just pushed up a little bit far, and only 8 seconds left with 9 points of difference. It will be Team Storm's map, but not convincingly. The team of Origin, they, as you said before, they pushed up a little far, they got taken down.
Yep.
All 4 at the same time, and that was they did get out of position. But what they were able to do is when they did get taken down, because they had pushed up so far and Storm weren't able to push out of their spawn. When they spawned, they didn't spawn back on that C or that A flag. Sorry, they spawned on the B flag anyway, so they were still able to contest. They got outshot that second time. And that was where Storm was able to pick up that B flag and really stop Origin's push to try and win that one. But good fight by Origin in the second half, and I think it was even better work by them. They were getting dominated in the half, but they just kept themselves in it, kept that 1 flag, and they almost pinched it. But Storm, they go 1-0 up in this 3-map series.
That they do, and of course, Warhawk Blitz coming up next. Stay tuned. We have more action here. Coming up next in the Astro Circuit Season 5 Midweek number 2, brought to you by CyberGamer, powered by Astro.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ASTRO Circuit Season 5 Midweek number 2, brought to you by CyberGamer, powered by ASTRO. I'm Lachdog, joined by Myksta. We have Game 2 of Team Storm versus Origin here on Blitz on Warhawk. And the first match domination was pretty close, and I'm sure this one is going to be just as close. Anything that either team might pull out at the start of this one.
And we have one player dropping out from the Team Storm side. Now that's not going to be the most ideal of situations for them, because we saw when we started this game, one player did sort of not make it into the game, and now they sort of restarted, they got him in, everything was fine, but now kills have happened, so they can't end it again. And they're going to need to just try their luck in a 3v4. Will they be able to make something happen? They've gotten a couple of kills. They've defended their base already. They've already conceded one goal, fair enough. But I mean, they're doing a nice job at just holding the fort here.
Yeah, without Swifty, they're going to need to do some big work here. As Varenzon picks up one, picks up two. There's another one there. He won't be able to pick that one up, as Luke's trying to cover him here. And all Storm are doing are just trying to defend as best as they can and stop the team of Origin from getting too many caps while they try and get Swifty back into this one, as Luke will pick up one kill there, try and find another. There's another one near him trying to contest. They're poking each other, but Luke just avoiding him there as he gets the assist. There's a second one in there. He tries for the knife, won't be able to get there. And as I said, Storm, they are just defending as best they can.
I mean, they conceded that first point very, very early when the player did just time out. But since then, they've been able to just keep it going strong for them. They're seeing these players come a mile away. They're just being able to defend. I believe one of their players really just wants to go on this attacking route, but they just don't have any room to any wiggle room, because they're waiting for him to join back in it with 1 point the difference. They could just be like, okay, you know what, we'll get one cap, we tie the score line, and blah, blah. But I mean, at this stage, he either needs to get in 3 minutes, or we might possibly see them have to end the game.
Yeah, that's right. And Team Storm, they're still doing a good job of that defensive work. His friends on Pixel 1, he'll get taken down. But they haven't looked like they wanted to cap. But that doesn't seem to be too much of a problem, as they do go 2 points down there. But as long as they can keep it to 2 or 3 points by half time, they can get Swifty back in. And if he doesn't get back in before the half time break, and then they can reset and they can try and put on some hefty score in the second half. We'll see what they can do now, as Frenzon's still trying to pick up those kills. Unfortunately, he'll go down. And it looks like Origin, they've just started to turn it up a little bit, as Phobia is going to go in, try and get another capture there. But Pixel will do it for him, picking up 1, picking up 2. And the capture, that's 5-0. And Origin looking good. Pixel, he is on a 7 streak.
And you're going to be seeing Yells try to make the defensive plays here. Still, it is 5-0, and I mean, you've noticed from that sort of 3 minute sort of standpoint, or 2 minute rather, standpoint that they had. Now they're not even worrying about just really holding out here. They're just trying to see if they can get their teammate in, try to see if they can get a cap in for themselves. And at this stage, they're just really getting relayed at the moment, which is never good. That's not good for them.
No, it's not, and especially when you've only got 3 players, you need to be sneaking around more than ever. Varenzon just runs into his teammate there, yells that they're both currently sitting in bakery, trying to get around here, but they're just getting shut down too easily. And look at that, 9-0, and you cannot afford to let teams do that to you. Even though it is 3v4, you got to be shutting down people, especially when they're on streaks like Pixel. He's going on a 10 streak. He's got 7-5, but he's got 4 caps to his name. And just really dominating the 3 players that Storm have left at the moment, as he sees Renz on there. We'll pick up that kill, go in for the cap. And Team Storm are able to get a cap in for themselves, but 10-1 with 40 seconds left on the clock. They'll be able to end the game at half time and get Swifty back in, but
if he can even get into that 5 minute period.
Yeah, that is true, because it doesn't seem to be any signs of him coming back at the moment.
Yeah, and, I mean, you still miss these caps. I definitely do think that defensive ground that they had at the very beginning was more beneficial than trying to go for these caps. That being said, they've got now 2 players over on defense, 1 player attacking, so I guess it is working. But, I mean, from the very beginning, when it was only 1-0 for at least a minute, you know, now to being 11-3 at the very end of the first half, it's one heck of a difference. It
was 2-0 up until 2 minutes to go in half, and then just... Yeah. Complete dominance by Origin, because Storm just wanted to get some caps on the board, and they pushed up, they got taken down, and then Origin had complete control of their half of the map, and you can't afford to do that when you only got 3 players on your team. So
you really can't. I mean, they have 5 minutes though. They have a 5-minute window before they have to start it back in. Otherwise, they'll need to play 3v4 once again. But at that stage, then they'll still need him for map number 3. So ideally, they either need to get him back online, or they need to get Fate on in the next 5 minutes so that he can play for the map number 3. That's going to be the needed tricky point, because Fate's generally their core player, but he hasn't been able to come on for this series of Reds that is filling in. So I mean, they have options, maybe not for this map particular, but for this series to stay in this game.
Well, they won the first map, which is always it's good for them, because if they do have to play 3v4, they most likely will lose the map, but then they can reset. They can get a 4th in for the domination, and then anything can happen.
There from Swifty saying, tagging Fate, saying you need to play. So that's not looking good.
No, that doesn't seem good for the second half.
No, it doesn't.
No.
But we'll take a short break, and we'll try to get this sorted as quick as possible. Don't go anywhere, because we still have at least the second half and potentially map number 3 coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the second half of Blitz Warhawk between Team Storm and Origin. Now, unfortunately, they couldn't get their fourth player back in that 5-minute window, so they need to continue on for the rest of this map 3v4. Now, my memory is a little bit cloudy for the first half score, but it was like 11-3, 11-4, possibly?
I think it was 11-2, actually. What was the end score, I believe?
At least 3. I remember there being a 3.
3? Okay, maybe 11-3, but still, it's...
quite a big score difference.
Yeah, 8-point difference, and 7 or 8 point difference, and with only 3 players, that is going to be a massive job for Storm to try and come back from. But we will see whether they can do it, and but we'll jump on Origin, see how they tackle this. Whether they're just going to go all out attack, or whether they're just going to sit back on defense. It looks like Pixel's going to try and push in, go for the knife. He misses though, and won't be able to pick that one up. But his teammate does score. First points go to Origin in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to bring the overall point count to 12 points for them. Make that 13, and it's already started. The relays are just going to be happening. But for Storm, it's not so much about winning the game, because they already know 3v4, it's going to be an impossible task. For them, it's more about just buying time for Fate to come on to be their fill-in for map number 3, because from what I gather from Twitter and from the teams, it's basically like a 99.9% chance that Swifty won't be coming back on.
Well, Fate has actually spawned into this map and gotten killed, so that's not
that's basically
allowed.
A forfeit there for
that's not allowed. That's forfeit. So,
but I think they know that, because I did explain it to them before, and I don't think they really bothered that much. But I think they just wanted to skip on straight to the next map.
Well, I guess you can't really blame them. Playing 3v4, it's never fun, especially when you're already down by that amount of caps. So
it's 1-1.
Getting into the next map, 1-1, and we'll see what happens in the next domination.
That is exactly right. But with now 4 players being into a position where they can actually most likely play 4v4, I think we'll be in for an interesting matchup. But of course, stay tuned. I don't think we're even going to go for a break. Do we want to go for a break? We'll see what map it is. We should be staying on the same host, and it will be a domination on Octane. Tell me a little bit about the map.
It'll be interesting. It'll be a battle of the ARs, Dart, and whoever can get control of B, and then just controlling those crosses as they jump on to Strike Zone, which I'm not sure.
Strike Zone's the grand final map. You're getting a little ahead of yourselves, boys. There we go.
There we go, Octane domination. But yeah, it'll be those ARs that control those crosses. If you don't allow the other team to get any submachine gun control of mid, around B, or around even the pawn shop or motel, if you can shut down their subbies before they get to that point, then you will go a long way to winning the map. And as I said, that B control, it's definitely it's so important that you get early control, because it's so hard to jump on, because as I said, those ARs are going to be watching it. They're going to be watching it like a hawk, and if you try and go in there without getting a 2 or 3 down, then it's going to get shut down so quickly.
Yeah, I've brought up the map screen there, all for you all to see. Domination Octane to be this decider. Of course, it has no score limit. 2 5-minute rounds, with the teams swapping sides at the end of that 5-minute period. And for every flag held, teams are awarded 1 point every 5 seconds. Of course, a 5-second respawn timer into play. And if the score is tied at the end of the entire map, teams will repeat that map straight away to go on for a repeat to see who will take it out then. But Lachdog, 4v4 situation once again. We don't need to worry about anyone not being able to connect, sort of lag. Hopefully anyway, knock on wood. But, Team Storm back in domination, they played it quite convincingly at the very beginning, for half number 1. They sort of lost a little bit of the grip, and then they ended up winning it barely. But I think they'll be able to sort of keep it going fairly strong. What do you reckon?
Well, what Origin did very, very well was, even when Storm was in control, they didn't let Storm neutralise their home flag very often. I think they only were able to do it once during the entire 2 halves, or the entire 10 minutes. And that's perfect play. If you know that you're behind and you don't really have control of mid, the best thing you can do is make sure that at least you have 1 flag to 2. That way the score isn't going ridiculously high for the other team while you're getting no points you're getting 1 point for every 2 points the other team's getting. You're still staying within a decent margin that you can come back from. And then as soon as that happens, as soon as you get control, get those kills, and get control of that map, then you can come back a lot easier.
Yeah, we'll see Pixel on your screen at this time. He's just looking around for a couple of players as they want to push on, of course, over. Actually have one of his teammates right next to that B-Dob container, which he got taken down shortly after that. But Pixel will take that one, he takes down the second one as well. Of course, Fate starting off strong, picking off that first kill, but then getting taken down, unfortunately, after that. That B flag still neutralized, the A flag being neutralized, and Team Storm are the only ones getting points at this stage. Just taking a little bit of lead. I mean, they managed to get that flag back, but that 2-point lead with the 1-1 flag capture, right? They're able to sort of keep a little bit of lead, forcing the team of Origin to maybe make a play for that B flag and possibly get slaughtered. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right. It'll be interesting to see who gets this B control really early, but unfortunately, I have got the triangle glitch, so I'll have to get an invite at half time.
Wow, you had one job.
I did, and my Xbox failed me.
I'm going to blame the owner instead of the Xbox because it's just unfair to the Xbox. But we're going to jump on board with Yells as he manages to pick off a 1 kill there, as you saw on your screens. Fate was actually getting a knife kill at the same time, and a couple of shots going out. You're going to be seeing him take down 1 at the end of that. Now Yells just picking off these kills. He makes it look easy at this stage. His teammates are trying to get that capture in, and he's just watching that cross completely. His teammate got dropped because he sort of pushed a little bit too far out of the container to be seen, but he was able to just go ahead and keep that cross going strong for him. But unfortunately, still being unable to actually get that B flag secured for them. 28-13 here as Luke just charges onto this B flag, and we'll start to get this capture going strong for them. Will it be finally a B capture in place? It does seem like it is, and right here the shot's out. He will drop Verenzen. And the rest of the team Storm have a triple cap in play with 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Fates on your screens, just looking over, just defending this A flag, because I mean they're losing B, but they're just being able to pick off this kill. One will swap over to the player trying to contest on B. That was Luke who picked off a double kill. Swapped over to him a little bit too late, but he should be able to get that B flag back. Now we'll swap on board with the player. It's going to be like sort of a 1v3 situation, and that's going to be Verenzen, who does actually drop almost instantly. Fate's still going to be watching over A. Luke's now rotating around. They are going to be losing that C flag, but still at this stage where they're down by Origin anyway, they are down by so many. They are down, sorry, by so many points. They're getting triple capped at nearly every turn, and they're about to get triple capped once again into at least the neutralization, and their teammates are just picking off the kills around them. So that will be another C flag capture to the team of Storm, and a kill there from Luke. Nicely done. 57, 60 points to 16 at this stage. And I mean, Lachdog, I know you're not in this game, but you're definitely just going to be imagining what they're thinking at the moment, being Origin. They just really can't make anything happen here. And that being said, they did manage to get a touch in over on that C flag. They managed to get it captured. They managed to get that A flag captured as well. So now Storm either need to revert back to the C flag, which they are doing, or at least manage to just keep one of those small flags alive, which they have done with that C flag. So 1 minute 20 remaining here on the clock. 69 points to 20 to make that 71 to 22. Quite a big lead there from the team of Storm, and I think they were a bit disappointed that one of their players had been disconnected from map 2. But they're definitely proving their point, playing basically 2 maps worth of potential in just one in this domination octane rather. 55 seconds though remaining for this first half. Then I could invite Lachdog back, and he can rejoin me for this second half. But
I've magically got back.
You magically got it back in wizardry. It seems.
Yeah,
it is, but,
I am a magician. But yeah, as I said, that triple cap there by Storm at the start of the game. I said the most important thing Origin need to do is make sure, even if they only have, if Storm are controlling 2 flags, that they make sure that they don't allow Storm to get that triple cap. And well, that's what's happened for most of this half, as from what I've been hearing. And they're trying to get this A flag here, Phobia and the Empires, but just not enough. Just a little bit too little, too late. 27 to 103. And complete domination by Storm.
I mean, generally at this stage, you're like, okay, you got the last 5 minutes coming up. It could be either a win for either team or a draw. But I think we've basically guaranteed ourselves that a draw is not going to happen. And Hopefully, I say that in complete.
It'd be amazing if it did. I'll be honest. I've never seen anything like it.
But I definitely think Storm will be able to close it. That was my original point. I think Storm with the scoreline of 107 to 28.
Need to do too much to close this one out.
79 points.
Yeah, well, we'll jump on board with. I think actually we'll jump on board with Origin, see how they come out at the start, see whether they are really still trying to get as many points as possible, trying to come back into this one, or whether they've really just been sapped of all their energy because of the score difference. But it looks like they've started off well. They've tried to get that B capture, but unfortunately they do get taken down. A couple of players down. Phobia tries to push in to stop them getting B, but Storm, they've got control of B now, and they just don't look like giving it up with the AR power that they do have. It's just too strong for Origin at the moment.
It really is, and I mean, there's still 4 minutes 13 remaining in this series, rather, because this is the last map. You know, it's 1-1 in the overall scoreline, and it's basically this map takes all to go into the grand final to play Curse, who got the 4th win over Mega in the last round. So they've unfortunately had quite a bit of waiting to do in this series, but I definitely think they'll be looking forward to taking on one of these two teams. If it is Team Storm, though, you've got to note the last time they played each other in this season of the ASTRO circuit, Curse walked away with a quick 2-0 victory.
Yeah, that's right, and they're both very, very good teams, and it will be a very, very good series to watch as we see Phobia pick up a kill there on Varenzon, try and push up. Origin do have 2 plagues to 1, so they're going to start getting some points and at least trying to it's half over Storm, but at the moment just the dominance of Storm all across the map is a little bit too strong at the moment. They're capturing A, they're just trying to defend that B flag. As they do neutralize A, they capture it. Now Phobia is going to sit on that B flag. It is neutralized as well, but they do have 2 flags to 0, and if they can lock a triple cap in here for maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes, then they definitely have a big chance of getting back into this game.
They do, but it just doesn't seem likely. I mean,
they do have 2.
In reality, it's going to be a tricky one.
It's going to be a tricky.
I mean,
holding
a double cap is one thing, and having a spawn trap and whatnot is one thing. But you're going to need a triple cap.
Yeah, they did have the spawn trap of Storm were all spawning at Strip Club, which was the start of what they needed. They needed them all spawning at Strip Club, and then they could lock in that B and A, but they were able to just get out too easily, and there we see Varenzon picking up a double kill, and the 4 down goes out. I might swap over teams to Storm, and as we said, Storm, they were able to break out of the spawn of Strip Club a little bit too easy for Origin, and as you said, it's just going to be a little bit too much here for Origin to get back into this one.
I'm still looking on board with all these stats here. And, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just 2 minutes of downtime. Really, that's the way you are thinking.
Yeah,
it's sort of going to go down.
Well, it is impossible now from my maths in my head for them to actually come back into it, even if they have a triple cap for the rest of the game. So,
Storm, time it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Storm just going to keep racking up those kills, trying to get to those 30 bombs for Luke and Yelza. They both have 27 each, so they only need 3 kills left in the next minute and a half. So I'm sure they'll be able to get there fairly easily in the end. It's just a dominant performance in terms of map control here from Storm, and they know they're not even going to bother pushing for that triple cap because they know all they need to do is, well, they don't actually need to do anything for the rest of this game, but they want to get to those 30s, and as we said, just the slaying power of Storm is going to be huge. And coming up against Curse, they're going to need to play well, because Curse, for the first time in a while, I've actually watched them with their full lineup online.
Yep. And yeah, you also got to keep in mind that not only that, but both of these teams, I believe, have actually competed in all the competitions so far in the circuit. And Curse are basically, coming into this with first seed. They've placed either first or second so far in all the competitions that have been played already, and they're still keeping up with that trend. So they're going to be a tough team to sort of beat in that grand final side. But Team Storm, Out of the 3 teams, 3 out of the 32 teams were picked to sort of place in that top 2. Mega's already knocked out with 4th now. And, you know, now the other 2 favourites are into the grand final to take each other on. So be sure to go ahead and get into the voting. For the first time ever here on a CG Xbox AU production, we're putting voting live to be updated on the stream in that grand final period, where you can vote for either Curse AU or Team Storm by using the hashtags Curse AU or #Storm in reply to one of the tweets that we'll put up later. So, of course, be sure to keep an eye on that. But that is going to be the series wrapped up here 2-1 in favour of the team of Storm, and they're going to go now into the grand final.
Yeah, and again, it's going to be a pretty big match. And just to emphasise that point, make sure you do vote, and make sure it is a tweet in reply to the CG Xbox tweet. That does go up pretty soon, because that's the most important part of it.
And of course, we will take a short break here in this while we wait for the next lobby to get started. Don't go anywhere. We're actually coming up next with the grand final, coming up between Curse and Team Storm.